it's Wendy, and welcome to my studio. Today I am going to take down some paintings here on the far wall. These are done, my map paintings. I'll take them down and I'm going to, well, actually, I think I'm going to turn them around. I can't remember if I have painted on the other side. I don't think so, so I'll do that. And I'm going to take this painting down. I like it, but not enough to spare it the sacrifice of turning it into a multi-painting exploration, as I often do. I think I just got carried away with the line. Like I said, I like it, but it needs more work, and I do need a new piece of paper with some previously painted art on it for this area here. It's very interesting that once you've worked in a studio for a while, you start to understand that there are kind of certain spots. I might call them hot spots, meaning that the paintings that get done in those areas just seem to turn out a little bit better than other paintings. I'm not sure if this is just me. Maybe it is. I haven't talked to a lot of my colleagues about this, but I have noticed it. Like one wall just seems to work every time, or 80% of the time, a much larger percentage of the time. And another wall, maybe not so much. I don't really understand. I mean, of course, there's absolutely explanations. Oh, it's the angle of your view, it's the, the light, it's the this, it's the that. But I actually think that there's just areas that you respond to better than others. Anyways, it's a theory. I'll work on that. In the meantime, I'm going to take this painting down using my trusty screwdriver. I had put some paper on top of my screwdriver. I have like 10 different screwdrivers, but this is my favorite. This is my trusty, been with me for decades screwdriver, and quite frankly, I feel a bit lost when I can't find it. Another reason to keep all your tools in a certain place. So this, before I take it down, I'm just going to take a photograph of it for record keeping. And this is a good thing to do. I have another camera or phone, as it were, here. And the light's not too bad. It's not stellar, but it's not too bad. So let me take this photo. I'll take it just on its own, in situ. And I'm going to photograph the others beside it, just because I'm taking these down as well. After I finish the video with you, my invited guests, I will take photographs of the individual pieces. It's always good to document. You can't, now in the digital era, I started with 35mm slides. Oh my gosh, I would take, if I wanted 3 slides, it was a lot easier to take multiple exposures before you had the film developed than to, take the exposure and then find out it wasn't the right one and wait the 2 weeks that it took for the film to come back. And even then, unless you had the overhead projector, which we all did, but you had to set it up and take a look and see, how is it working? And boy, it was a whole different ballgame then from what it is now with the digital cameras. I can't say I miss a lot of the aspects, but I'll tell you, there's nothing like 35mm slides for reproduction, but it's not necessary for the, for the internet. So here we are. I feel like a relic just knowing this stuff. And this is the painting. It's always nice to see it when it's not crowded with, the paint panels that tend to be very messy. I mean, paint splattered. I haven't even seen it without the messy paint panel. Let me just take a look at it. You know, these are friends. We've spent some time together, and I would just like to see how it looks on a wall by itself, even a glossy wall because of the plastic. And it won't be straight because I didn't want to put an extra hole in there. It's just like a moment of appreciation. Really. I appreciate the paint, I appreciate the lines, I appreciate the paper, I appreciate being able to spend my such glorious hours working on these paintings. And now I'm going to mess with it. Possibly it will turn out better, and the possibility that that will not happen, but I'm okay with that. So, and if you've been watching, you know the drill. I will be stapling the paper to the door, the hollow core door, which are my painting surfaces, and then taping it. Get the tape out, just be ready. Taping it, and then applying more paint to it. So that's as far as I'm going to go to this morning. I'm going to just turn these around because I want to also do some more painting. These are done. They'll be taken down or turned over so I can paint on the other side. And all right, this is good. These I'm going to live with a little bit longer. Oh gosh, I haven't taken these down yet. I like them, so I'm not sorry to be seeing these again. And maybe I'll change my mind. You know, there's a certain percolation that goes on. I'm definitely working on these, and I'm working on these, although I'm just kind of loving where they're at right now. So what to do? Let me think. I had a friend over and she was talking about the boat-like shapes. I love it when the painting shapes become kind of Rorschachs for people's imaginations. And that's actually what I love about abstraction, is that it is multi-interpretational. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the narrative, and I worked in that style for many years, but I didn't want to be telling one story. I wanted, and I couldn't, I kept stepping back further and stepping back further. I mean, I got to where I wanted to go, but anyway, it's effortless, it seems, with the abstraction to kind of stay out of the descriptive and, you know, lead people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I prefer the kind of stream of consciousness, spontaneity, and multidimensional interpretive opportunities that abstraction provides. Plus, it's just fun. It's just fun to dance around and apply paint to the surface. Okay, having said all of that, I want to get a few different colors. I mean, I have hundreds of paints, and it's so easy to get them pre-mixed that I tend to stay more or less in that confine. It's not like oil paint. If I pre-mix, then I have, it's acrylic, you know, I have to store it. I have to, you can't just put a piece of tin foil or a piece of saran wrap over it and have it keep for a week. You pretty much have to use it up very quickly or store it in containers. And then the recycling of the containers, either the cleaning or the recycling of the containers, gets a little arduous. Okay. That's my commentary on mixing and storing. I guess I don't want to do it. Now I see I've got a nice green. It's a nice earthy green, olive green, and I've got red, and it's, you know, it's going to look like Christmas because of the red and of the green. So let me, I don't know, I'm just going to mix this up. Taking an apricot, may or may not work, and I'm just going to spread it right across. See what I get. Ooh, this is kind of like an experiment I almost don't want to make on paintings that I already really like. However, you know, if I don't experiment, then I don't get anywhere. And I do ruin plenty of paintings. I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, that was exciting. I think it can be better served in smaller quantities. So I'm not going to make as big and bold of a statement with this. I'm just going to add some for contrast. It's coming out pretty well. More ribbon shapes. It actually adds a dimension that I'm quite liking. However, sometimes random is just like, it just like falls into place. And sometimes random is something that has to be worked on some more. And I'm feeling that kind of random. But I'm also feeling like I dodged a bullet because this is a really different palette. This is almost like a, oh, I hate to just use those old boys as analogies, but this is muted, you know, some of the Monet color combinations next to, oh, I don't know. I want to say doofy, but I should brush up on my art history before I start making too many analogies. Anyway, that worked, and I think it created more interest. You know, there's a fine line between overdoing it, underdoing it, and getting it right. And I think I got it. I think I stayed within a workable distance, meaning that I didn't screw it up. I didn't mess it up. And still there's room for more paint, which is great. So the rest is, you can see other videos with me stapling my paintings to the table and taping them down, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to say goodbye for today and you know, just let things settle and also work on some of the maintenance things that I'm facing here in my studio now that I've got everything out and I'm working away. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and also don't forget to go and make art. Thanks for being here.